2025 is going to be a very interesting year. Around India, we can have certain problems with our neighbors. Expect a lot of volcanic eruptions. You can expect earthquakes in the world, and of course, the resultant tsunamis as well.
2024, in the start of the year, you had made a prediction video where you had talked about plane crashes. And we are very excited to hear your predictions about the year 2025.
Mangal controls the south direction. The global attention should be in the South China Sea as far as the natural calamities or conflicts are concerned.
If Mangal is placed negatively in somebody's chart, what should this person be careful of?
Neuro problems, muscle problems. They can have stiff neck, etc. They can have muscular disorders is possible. Manglik होंगे तो उनको और तकलीफ आएगी. 2025 will be very, very good for Akshar I and Akshar R. Whatever malpractices or bad practices that are happening in the market, this year I would like to dispel some of them.
Om Namah Shivaya, Har Har Mahadev. Today, we are welcoming you to the fourth episode of Rudralife's podcast series, and we are going to cover the topic 2025, the year of Mangal, with Dr. Tanay Seetha. So, without any further delay, let's dive straight into it. So, welcome, Dr. Seetha.
Namaskar.
2024, in the start of the year, you had made a prediction video where you had talked about plane crashes and a lot of other things. This year started with a plane crash, and the end of the year also we saw one very recently. And we are very excited to hear your predictions about the year 2025. So let's dive deep into it.
2025 is going to be a very interesting year. First of all, as per Roman mythology, Aries is the god of war, and it's ruled by Mars. And so we can see a lot of realignments politically, globally. We can see many people asserting themselves. So we can see a sort of realignment, reconfiguration of nations. We can see border skirmishes. We can see also around India, we can have certain problems with our neighbors. But we are strong, so we will definitely come out of it in a very, very good manner. Also, Mars, हमारे शास्त्रों में is known as Bhumiputra. We say that Dharni Garbh Sambhutam Vidyut Kanti Samaprabham Kumaram Shakti Hastancha Mangalam Pranamamyaham. First of all, they say that Dharti Putra is Mangal. It also signifies that everything related to land is Mangal. So you will see very good advancements in infrastructure projects. Construction will be on a very, very high level. People dealing in land produce, land products will definitely benefit if Mars is well placed in their horoscope. Second is natural calamities as well. You can expect a lot of volcanic eruptions in the world. You can expect earthquakes in the world, and of course the resultant tsunamis as well. Also, Somil, Mangal controls the south direction. So what I feel is that the global attention should be in the South China Sea. It should be in southern places like Indonesia, etc. So these regions should be more careful for as far as the natural calamities or conflicts are concerned. Rest, it also says that Vidyut Kanti Samaprabham means Vidyut jaisi unki Kanti hai, means energy also. Power sector, energy sources is also governed by Mars. So you can see maybe a new source of energy being developed, maybe within or inside the landmass also. Like just recently, you might have heard a news that we have found hydrogen deposits where that hydrogen can be a good source of energy. So some other sources of renewable energy or good source of energy can come into play in 2025. Artificial intelligence, AI, will now come to our homes. We will be using it more frequently. As you know, at present it is on platforms. but we will see AI coming in more into our homes. Technological advancements, of course, will gather more steam. Space exploration will also gather more steam.
Excellent. Before we go deeper into understanding the planet Mars, Mangal, can you explain to our viewers which kind of people influences or are influenced by the planet Mars the most in terms of the Kundli as well as numerology?
You see, first of all, there is a very common thing in our country is Manglik Dosh, where in your horoscope, if Mangal is placed in first, fourth, seventh, eighth, and 12th house, then they say that the person is Manglik. Being Manglik is not bad if your Mars placement is good. Manglik Dosh thoda bahut kundli mein during marriages we find that, but then it is also countered by the other person's Mangal also and what its position is. So yes, Mangal की पूजाएं will be good. इसका एक बहुत अच्छा मंत्र है, क्राम क्रीम क्रोम सह भौमाय नमः. 10,000 times chanting this mantra can ward off the negative effects of Mars as well. Mangal जिनकी भी कुंडली में अच्छा होगा, they will definitely benefit in 2025. They will see more, they will inherently have more affinity towards spiritualism. They will have more affinity towards bhakti and gratitude towards God. Mars हमारे यहाँ is represented by two gods. One is Hanuman ji and second is Kartikeya Swami. Now, हनुमान जी एज यू नो भक्ति के बहुत बड़े स्वरूप थे, राम भक्त थे. हनुमान की पूजाएं बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट होगी इन 2025 फॉर एवरीवन. सो रीडिंग चांटिंग हनुमान चालीसा इज वेरी वेरी गुड. सुंदरकांड का पाठ इज वेरी वेरी गुड. We are also the calendar that we have prepared for 2025. There are about 7, 8, 9 pujas like Navgrah Shantri, Shanti Path, Akhand Ramayana Path, Sundarkand ka Path, Hanuman Jayanti ke samay jo pujaएं हैं. These all will, people can take part in this and benefit a lot.
Interesting. So when we do consultations one-on-one with clients, and there are certain Rudraksh for Mangal, there are certain pujas which you suggest. Before we get into the products and these different remedies, can we understand how does Mangal affect a person in his life? Say, for example, if they are professionals or day-to-day life, how does it influence our decisions?
So Mangal basically is for networking. Mangal, people who are influenced by Mangal are generally, you will find them more in the computer field also. You will find them in software engineers and hardware engineers are also Mangal Pradhan. Secondly, it is also the planet for HR people in HR, because Mangal controls people, muscle power. You can imagine Mangal as being more for muscle power. So it is good for controlling people. It is good for networking and tie-ups. So people who are in such kind of field or any labor intensive, etc., they can see a very, very good growth during the year of Mangal 2025. Now, for reducing the malefic effects of Mars, there are, of course, therapies. As I said, one is Hanuman Puja and the chanting of its mantras, but is also wearing a 3-mukhi Rudraksh, 11-mukhi Rudraksh. And this year, I feel 14-mukhi would be extremely beneficial, because there is a transit of both Saturn, which was last year, and Mars. And you know, 14 is for Shani Mangal dono ka, and it is for Sakshat Hanuman. So 14, I feel, will definitely be very, very sought after amongst our products in Rudraksh. And 14 definitely will give more stability, more growth, more intuitions, and more better decision making. People who are governed by Mars are also people with letters of I and R. So these type of companies, starting with the letter I or letter R, like for example, states like Russia, they will see more significant changes. I will see more significant changes. And yes, if it is positively placed in their chart, it will be positive changes.
If Mangal is placed negatively in somebody's chart or in terms of numerology, what should this person be careful of?
Very important is that they should be careful of neuro problems. They should be careful of muscle problems. They can have, stiff neck, etc. They can have muscular disorders is possible. Secondly, Mars, because it controls, its god of war and Agni, so you have to be little careful of accidents, etc. Um, Elderly people, I would advise that they should be very careful while going to the washroom, etc., because slipping on tiles can be very dangerous at a particular age. So they should all be very careful. Be careful of any accidents, etc.
In our country, the concept of Manglik, especially in relationships, has a different story and a popularity of its own. Can you tell us, for people in relationships, for people who are about to even look for marriage, how will this year be different? What should they be careful of?
I think so. In this year, the marriages definitely will increase because, as you know, Mangal means Mangal mein bhi ho. It's not as if Manglik होंगे तो उनको और तकलीफ आएगी. Maybe they'll find their match. And sawmill hota hai, but we should take it in the stride. We should not go that much into it. I feel this is the time where we should see more compatibility, more emotional compatibility with the spouse. And I'm sure अच्छे गुण मिलेंगे और अच्छा ही चीजें होंगी. You will see actually number of marriages increasing in 2025.
That's quite interesting. So our viewers should not be worried about the year of 2025 for sure. What more from your personal experience do you think the year of Mangal or Mars in general gives to a person?
You see, Mars is very close to Earth. So, as Mars has fascinated mankind since ages and in all cultures in the world. You have a saying that men are from Mars and women are from Venus, girls are from Venus. So, Mars is a red planet. Mars, they are still exploring. Even in space, I think so. The biggest body that we have examined so far is Mars only. So it has fascinated mankind inherently. The reason is basically in our Shastras, which says that it is Bhumi Putra. So Earth ka hi बच्चा है. Secondly, one important is that जब शंकर जी के पसीना जब गिरा था तो मार्स उत्पन्न हुआ. So there is a very big Shiva connect also with Mars. हनुमान जी का तो है ही है मार्स का, एंड स्वामी कार्तिकेय स्वामी का भी मार्स से एसोसिएशन है. So even in Rudraksh terms, teardrops from Shiva's eyes when it came to earth and the Rudraksh tree grew. ऐसे ही उनके पसीने से मंगल ग्रह की उत्पत्ति हुई थी. सो इट हैज़ फैसिनेटेड मैनकाइंड ऑल थ्रू आउट. इट्स अ फियरी रेड प्लैनेट. मार्स मंगल के साल में 2025 में to do dan of red things, red flowers, red fruits like apple or anar, red clothes will also be very, very beneficial.
What about donating blood? Even donation of blood, is that also a remedy or is that a therapy?
Actually, yes, possible. Why not? Anything you do in terms of dan, punya will definitely benefit a lot in the year of Mars. Be it organ donation, blood donation, donating to the needy, any kind will be definitely very, very good.
Absolutely, that is true. And let's talk about Rudraksh now also a little bit, because we'll even come towards more remedies and everything. But in terms of Rudraksh now, which are the Rudraksh which are beneficial to wear for the planet Mars, and how can they bring benefits into the lives of the wearer?
First of all, Trimukhi is for Agni. It is represented by Mars. It is very good for small children who are prone to accidents, etc. उनके लिए अच्छा होता है. It is also very good for absolving a person from past karmas of past life. So Trimukhi is good for energy and confidence as well. 1, Trimukhi is very, very good. 11 Mukhi representing Ekadash Rudra Roop Hanumanji is very, very good. It is good for people increasing body immunity to fight against all diseases. And of course, as I said, the best is 14 Mukhi. 14 Mukhi is for intuition, sixth sense, and it is for Sakshat Hanuman, and it controls both Saturn and Mars. There is one bead which is the 18 Mukhi. That I feel in 2025 is really can do wonders for people in construction or land related products, because it represents Ma Bhagwati, it represents Mother Earth. And when it represents Mother Earth, and jinka bachcha hi is Bhaum, which is Mangal. So definitely wearing a 18 mukhi will also be beneficial for people governed by Mars. For example, people in construction or developmental project or profit from land. So this is going to be good. Rest, of course, wearing a bead of 7 mukhi, because it represents Saptarishi and Anant Nag also, apart from Lakshmi, will also be very, very beneficial.
I have seen a pattern that which is quite coincidental and quite surprising, that the year which the particular year corresponds to the planet, we see a difference in the production of beads as well. So the year 2025, what can we expect?
You'll be surprised, maximum 7 mukhis were produced last year, being a year of Saturn. And you'll be surprised, as you know, the season is till October, November, Rudraksh season. Maximum are produced are also 18 mukhi. And very, very good pieces, very large pieces, dense pieces that I have seen this year, means this season. Also, this year's the production of 3 mukhi has been the same, but 11 has been a lot. 11 mukhi has been a lot. 12 mukhi has reduced slightly. But one more thing is the demand is increasing so much that we have to be careful. People are resorting to certain fakes have increased, unfortunately, in the market. I'm very, very saddened to see when I go out in exhibitions. Even I went to Dubai just recently. We were in Dubai, and many people, they bought in a 14 mukhi, which was all cut lines, etc. See, people, I feel in Rudraksh, which is for generations to come, people should be extremely careful on what they are buying. It's better to go for the reasonable 4, 5 and 6 mukhis. At least you know they are genuine and you will see good results. If you are going in for an expensive bead, there are a lot of people who are doing all sorts of things. Actually, I would request, if you go for a higher mukhi, just tell them, just take them on a video call and see their setup. 95%, 99% of the people are just operating out of their houses and writing so many things on the website, which is all irrelevant. If it's a higher bead, why not take a visit and visit them? Then people will come to know what is the extent of knowledge that particular organization has. So, as Rudraksh is for future generations, I would advise everyone, at least for the rarer beads, to be extremely careful. Number 2, Somil, as I said, that the year of Mars, 2025, will be very, very good for Akshar I and Akshar R.
Rudralife and Rudraksh both are actually from the letters R.
So, we are going to see a very, very major change, and I was waiting for this year to do that. I need to, for the bhakti to Shiva and for the dedication since 23 years on Rudraksh, whatever malpractices or bad practices that are happening in the market, this year I would like to dispel some of them. So very soon I'll be announcing, of course the experiments are going on since last about 3 to 4 years. You know some of the experiments that we are doing. But now we'll have to come up with certain much more better energized Rudraksh. I'm out of the hand. I'm thinking of coining a new terminology this year because my Mars is also extremely well placed. Now, incidentally, it's in the first house, my Mars. It's in Vrishik Lagna. So, Lagna mein hi Mangal hai. So, I'm a very strong Manglik as well. But my Mars is very, very favorable. So, 2025, yes, I feel I can impart more to the people, to masses. I'm going to start offhand. I'm thinking of a term known as ACE, which is Aura Certified and Energized Rudraksh. The experiments have been going on. They are extremely successful. We are already giving people those energized Rudraksh because you might have seen on the website also, we get this kind of comments. That we have taken bead from a 12 mukhi from somebody else, but when we take a 5 mukhi from Rudralife, the effect is much more pronounced. So what has happened over the years, Somil, is that beads have gone into a classification of large collectors, super collectors. So people have gone into on the size, whereas all are from Nepal. Now, in the process, because being a little higher priced and being more in demand, oh, I want to go for a super collector or a collector. What unfortunately Nepali farmers have done is they have started putting in medicines in the tree for increasing their size. For example, if you in any flowering plant, this is a practical thing, in any flowering plant with fragrance, if you put in medicines or artificial fertilizers, the plant will bloom faster, but the fragrance will go down. Similarly, you can get a bigger guava, amrud, but the taste will go down. In Rudraksh also, bigger the size, we have seen the effectiveness also unfortunately goes down, because it has to have a particular density ratio, size versus weight, which is not being followed. And people are just going for 42 mm, 40 mm, which is not correct. I recently rejected a 14 mukhi 42 mm bead. I said I will not even take it for a few rupees also. Well, sometimes I keep such collections to display, to show people what not to buy. So people have to be very, very careful. We supply energized Rudraksh, but now we have put in a lot of experiments of aura in it, and we are enhancing the Rudraksh by energizing it and increasing the aura giving capacity of the Rudraksh. So I hope in the process, since 23 years, we are trying to provide the best quality to people. So I hope in our mission, we continue to do so and people get benefits out of it.
That's brilliant. Do you think in terms of the year of Mangal and its connection with Hanumanji, Rudraksh, is there anything else you would like to add in this topic?
Main thing is health, Somil. In the Shastras for Mangal, it is also written that Kumaram Shakti Hastancha. As Kartik Swami was the Senapati of all gods, Mangal is the Senapati of all the 9 planets. So, increasing our own inner power through meditation, through dhyan, through spirituality will definitely bring out the best in us, and definitely we will get blessings of Mars. Again, sab Mangal hoga. He is the only planet which bestows Mangal and Kalyan to everyone. Even देखो ना, गणेश जी को भी मंगल मूर्ति बोलते हैं, हनुमान जी को भी मंगलकारी बोलते हैं, because they are givers of good things. But then आपको एक अच्छा पात्र होना पड़ेगा. So 2025 personally for everyone will be good, but yes, unfortunately there will be certain wars, calamities, etc. Gold and silver will definitely rise much more in the year of Mars. So you will see good changes and some bad changes as well. So we have to be prepared for it.
Fantastic. We have touched upon Rudraksh, Rudralife, both starting from R. Let's go a little deeper into the concept of India also. India, and India also has its own Kundli. So what do you think is the future for Indians in the year 2025?
Oh, it's going to be very bright. I am so confident about, number one, the resilience of our country. Number two, I think so, the direction right now what the country is taking is good. Globally also it's good. It's aligning with people which are in the best interest of the common man, which is also very good. So I feel I don't see any problems for India as such. India will definitely to continue to grow. Stock markets would see little ups and downs. There will be one equation is possible in India that मंगल एक और चीज करवाता है सोमिल, वो रैक्स टू रिचेस बनाता है, बट देन एट द सेम टाइम वो रिचेस टू रैक्स भी बनाता है. सो यू कैन सी सर्टेन say business houses or certain individuals which can catapult hugely, and also you will see many people going down also. But overall, the scenario is going to be good for the country. Um, even weather-wise, it's going to be good for the country. I think so. Overall, 2025 should be good for India.
So we have covered professional, we have covered health, we have covered a spiritual angle as well. So if a person in their day-to-day lives has to bring in this energy, like a practical example of how they can worship God Hanuman and do these other things, strengthen their Mangal and go about their regular activity, how would you suggest them to follow a certain schedule?
One try to offer red things. Second, कई लोगों को ट्यूसडे फास्ट विल बी गुड. हनुमान चालीसा अगर रोज पढ़ सकें जाने से पहले, वेरी गुड. क्राम क्रीम क्रोम सह भौमाय नमः, वी हैव टू डू ओनली 10,000 टाइम्स. सो 10,000 मीन्स एक माला करें तो 108 हो ही जाती है. तो ऐसे आप मालाएं कर सकते हैं डेली. एंड हनुमान जी को स्मरण करें उन, और अपने मन में अपने दिल में उनको रखें. एंड बी इंस्पायर्ड बाय द गुड क्वालिटीज ऑफ ऑल दीज गॉड्स, एंड डेफिनेटली अ पर्सन विल हैव अ वेरी वेरी गुड year 2025.
So thank you so much, Dr. Seetha, for this episode. And if you have any suggestions, our dear viewers, on the next topics which we should cover. Also, one very interesting information that Mahashivratri is also around the corner. And this year, we have Mahashivratri, we have the year of Mangal, we have Mahakumbh to look forward to. And you will receive many more communications and offers and special activities from Rudralife as well. So be connected, and thank you so much. Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Mahadev.
नमस्कार.